Good morning, boys and girls. It's time for art. Before we get started, I need for you to find a pencil and a piece of paper. So you look for a pencil and a piece of paper, and I'll be right back. Okay, every time we have art together on the computer, I need for you to have a pencil and a piece of paper before we can begin. Okay, here's the picture that I made, and I want you to do today. See, these are little half ovals, 3 rows, and we're only putting 3 in each row. We're going to draw this step by step, and you will have no trouble finding out how to do it. And once we've done it, then we're going to talk about all the things you can do to decorate it. Okay, the first thing you need to do, boys and girls, is have your paper horizontal. That's wide boy, not up and down like this. This is vertical. We're going side to side, wide boy, that's horizontal, okay? Now, these are pretty big half ovals. So I want you to use your pencil, and I want you to go put your hand about to the end of the paper and put one little dot like that. That's how far up the first ones need to go. It's not a tiny dot. It's not a tiny oval. You see where I put those? Okay, that's about how far you need to go up before you start curving back down. So watch. Okay? Do you see that dot that I put there? And that's where we're supposed to go to. And it's okay if some of them are bigger than the next. They're not all going to be the very same. Okay, now we're in a recording, so you can always pause this. But I need for you to start out by putting your hand and making sure the ovals that you're going to draw are at least that big. Okay, you can pause the recording and draw 3 half ovals on the paper. Okay, now we're going to draw the second row. And I want you to start in the middle of this first one, and I want you to end on the middle of the second one. So it's going to be like this. Like it's behind those two. Then you're going to do the same thing over here. Okay? Now I know I said there were 3 in each row, but on this second row, you can put 2 half ones that just kind of go off the side like that. But do you see how the second row is in between the spaces of the front row? That's so we can see them better. That's called staggering our pieces. All right? So now we're going to make the last row, and it doesn't have to go all the way up to the top. And they don't all have to be exactly the same size. Okay? So that is what it's going to look like before we do any decorating. So I want you to pause the recording and look at the picture and try to make your own drawing as much as you can to look like that. Okay, if you're happy with your eggs, you get to decide which 2 of these are not eggs, but baby chickens. Okay? So let's say you pick this first one. I want this one to be a baby chicken. Like I said, it's up to you. Baby chicken with his little eyes and his beak, which is an upside down triangle, and his little feathers kind of fall over there like bangs. You can even have his wings like he's holding them in front of him. Okay, so that's one baby chicken. You pick that first baby chicken and draw his eyes and his beak and his feathers on his head and his wings. You can pause the video and do that. Okay, let's pick another one to be a baby chicken. How about this one? And this one's really going to be kind of funny because he's actually crowing up into the sky. So you make an M, and that's his beak. And his little red feathers are kind of on top of his head. And he's even got his wings up like he's going, hey, I'm over here. So you've got two little chickens. Okay, you can pause the video and draw your second chicken on whichever egg you want. Okay, now it's up to you. What do you want these eggs to look like? You could have great big circles, polka dots all over your eggs. You could have straight lines. You could have wavy lines. You could have zigzag lines. You could have diagonal lines. That's lines that go to the side like this. And you could even have some that go the other way. Almost makes like a checkerboard. Okay? So it's up to you. You get to do anything you want with these eggs to color, decorate, and finish it up. So did you have fun? Did it turn out the way you wanted it to? Remember, you can still start adding any of the details you want. Make the Easter eggs look just like you want them to look with all kinds of patterns, stripes, zigzags, dots, wavy lines. It's all up to you because it's your picture. And you can choose which ones are actually little chickens. And those you'll have to add the comb of red feathers on them and his beak. So you go ahead and do that and color carefully and take your time and have fun, and you'll have a beautiful picture to decorate your house for Easter. I'll see you soon. Be safe, boys and girls, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.